to get everything situated here, and we will get started. If you're here, let me know in the chat. All right, if you're here, let me know you're here. I don't think I'm having a hard time seeing the chat today. Okay, there we go. Hey, Debbie and Andres, welcome. You're watching an old video. I know, I was having a hard time just trying to figure out this live. I was almost starting a new live instead of going to my scheduled live. So I know it's very confusing, Debbie. Hey, Better Left Unsaid, Betty. Hello, Donna and Sheila. Welcome, friends. And Vicky. All right, Vonnie. Hello, Miss Vonnie. Oh, I'm glad that you're tuning in from your car. And Lori, hello, friend. Better Left Unsaid, Betty. Woo! Thank you for the jewels. I got my cowbell now. I told you I was going to get something for when you guys send me those gifts. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that, friend. Hi, Donna. Welcome. There's Kelly. Hello, friend. Welcome. Can you guys see everything okay? Sometimes it's just hard to get the right camera angle. Tell Carl. Yes, I know it's not Carol. We'll tell Carl we said hello. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome, friend. All right. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I took Mr. Turbo for a walk already, so it should be really quiet tonight. He is pooped. He almost didn't want to go, and he was huffing and puffing, so he is tired. I figured it was going to starts to get a little late after these lives, so I thought, well, let's just knock it out early. And it was a nice day. The wind, it wasn't too hot, so we are all ready to go. He's outside in the rain with Vito and Lucy. Oh, Carl. The things that we do for our animals, right? You had Rocco to the vet. Is he okay, Betty? Wreaths up a bit top, okay. How? It's a very big wreath frame, let me tell you that. We're going to be doing something on this raised wreath frame. I don't know if you guys have seen these. It's a 15-inch, and it's from TMI Gifts, and you all know that you can use my code at TMI Gifts of HH20. And these are really fun. They've got the big old fuzzy zip ties, and what's nice about these, you can just incorporate it into your design. You don't have to clip them down if you don't want to. And they just are really easy to use. The preloaded. He has a mass in his eye and a severe ear infection. Oh, Betty, what are they gonna do for the mass in the eye? Is it like a cyst or something? Poor baby. I hope they got him all on some meds, and he'll be feeling better soon. You ordered some signs and florals from TM. Oh, Lori, exciting. Which signs did you get? Did you get spring, or did you get 4th of July? Hey, Chios Wreath, Rosio, right? Rosio. Hi, friend. Welcome. I'm glad we found each other on TikTok, friend. I love your little TikToks. They're so cute. and welcome. Yes, actually, don't feel intimidated by these. They're actually super easy, and it just makes it, I kind of like the raised tiers because they bring some extra dimension to your wreaths. So we're going to do something all right, Rosio. Okay, cool. And if you guys check out Chico's Wreaths on Facebook and TikTok, and she just started her YouTube channel, and she makes beautiful wreaths. Beautiful. We're so happy to have you, friend. Amazing Grace and Summer Signs. Lori, I'm excited for you to get your shipments. That would be, oh, it's always so fun when those shipments come in from Craft Outlet. I'm telling you. I'm trying to be good and stay away, but I got some new storage racks from Costco, the kind that organize the 27 bin totes. And so I got 3 of them for my overflow space, and I'm going to go through all my signs, all my wreath frames, all my extra mesh, and I'm gonna just get a little game plan before I make any more orders, because I know I have a lot of signs over there, and I'm trying to be really, really, really good. So it's Chico's Wreaths, I believe, right, Rosio, on YouTube? Rosio's in my biz group with Julie, and I see you, friend. I see you, and I see that you're applying a lot of these trainings, and I love it. I love it. We all love to support each other. Are you doing by seasonal themes? Well, hey, Trey, welcome. We love having the husbands here supporting. Carl is Lori's husband, and he's always giving us a thumbs up, and he loves joining us as well. So Trey, welcome, friends. So Betty, I'm going to do by seasons. That's usually, I have bins next door, and usually, like with my signs, I'll have like a spring bin and a summer. So I'm going to try to keep along that same organizing, but I have got wreath frames, and I can put those on top, and I'm just gonna be gonna get organized once and for all. I have totes all over the place, stacked on top of each other, and I just want to be able to go pull out a tote, grab what I need, and it's gonna happen. So I'm excited. I just need the energy to get it done now. All right, so we're gonna get started. All right, you're multitasking, Rosio. I love it. I love it. And lots of peonies. Oh, Lori, their peonies are so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so, and I'm sorry I could not get, it says, okay, sorry, I'm trying to get, oh, good, Lori. I'm glad you used the code. So makes you feel better when you save 20%, right? To place that order. It says 3rd inner lid, possibly surgery removal. Oh, Betty. What kind of dog is he again? I get really nervous with Turbo because I know that's a very common thing with the cysts on the pug's eyes. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. He's a lab, 8 years and 2 weeks. Oh, well, I really hope that he is feeling better with some medicines that your vet probably gave him. I know those ear infections are nasty. Sorry, I lost you guys in the chat here. Okay, he's double stacked. Good, good. I'm sure he'll be feeling a lot better soon with the ear infection, and then you can tackle the eye thing. Okay, so we are going to get started on this 15-inch wire wreath frame. You see it's got the different tiers, and we're going to do something different that I haven't done before. Well, I've kind of done this technique, but not on the 10-inch mesh. This technique I've done on a lot of my Dollar Tree tutorials. I've done it on like a candy cane, but I've used the 6-inch, and I haven't quite used the 10-inch, and we are going to get started. I have the 2 different mesh here. I have a tan, and this was that breeze mesh that we opened up on a craft outlet unboxing, which I've never used before. It's really pretty. It's like a navy blue. Hi Doyla, welcome. Welcome Karen, everyone, welcome. So I have these cut at 19 inches, and let me get, I'm thinking maybe, let me get my bow maker so I have something to put it in while we're making these certain kind of petals here. And then we're going to be using this cute bunny sign that I got from Dollar Tree. I thought that was adorable, and we're going to do the blue and the yellow with some of my new Costco ribbon, which I had to go back and get more, and hopefully I have enough yellow. If not, I'll grab a silky yellow. Okay, let's see. Vito's doing good. He's going to the neurologist tomorrow. It seems that he's lost his vision. Oh, man. Oh, that's good. He hasn't had any other seizures, and I hope that they could, you know, help get everything smoothed out with him. So, and you know what's going on and what you're dealing with. Hey, Marissa and Zoe, welcome. Linda, hi, friend. Okay, so we're going to get started. These are cut at 19 inches. And what we're going to do is we're just going to fold them over each other. We're going to overlap a couple inches here. Like I said, I've never done it on this mesh, but we've done it plenty of times with the 6-inch mesh, and I think it's going to look pretty cool. We're going to make these big, almost like a big bow tie. This is where I need one of those holders like Shannon has. I'm going to have to get one of those, and then I can get these prepped ahead of time. Hi, Jean. You were late in Hobby Lobby. Woo, girlfriend, did you get yourself in trouble there? I do pretty good this week because the florals and everything's not on sale, so I can do some quick in and outs there, but next week is when I get in trouble with the florals. So we're just overlapping, and then I'm flipping it over, and we're just pinching and grabbing down the center. This is a no fray method. I want to make sure that we're overlapping far enough so we don't see any of that fray with the mesh. Pinching and grabbing down the center, making just like a big bow tie. Vanessa, this is a 15-inch preloaded frame. It has the tier here on the sides, and it's from TMI Gifts. And you can always use my code HH20 to receive 20% off. They come in all different colors. I thought it'd be fun to use the yellow. These big furry zipped or pipe cleaners are really fun because you could just kind of add them to the design. You don't have to really like cut them down or anything. You can ask any questions, Linda. No problem. That's why we're here. That's why we've got the chat going. Yes, Sheila, that's when we got to be careful. They're starting to roll out their patriotic, but it's not on sale yet. And we're just going to add our two little things that we made here. And look how cute that yellow fuzzy zip tie is in the design. It's going to be cute because we're doing blue and yellow. So I thought that would be perfect just to keep... Do I have a ring form and a link? Yes, yes, Jean. I have a ring form. I have everything that I use here. I have it in my Amazon store. And if you want me to give you the direct link, I can do that too. Just if you message me, I can direct it. But if you go to my Amazon store, where I always leave the link and all my YouTube tutorials and under the description, it's under crafting supplies. And I've got the ring light that I use is it's a tripod on wheels. And then I also have this one too. That's not really a ring light, but it's an extra light that I have that's hooked to my desk. They also have ring lights for like ones like this that are hooked to your desk as well. But I love my tripod so much. And it's worked really good for me. It's got wheels, so you could take it into another room if you have to record or film. And it's great. You're thinking about making a cross with jute, but there are different sizes. Different sizes of jute or different size of cross frames? Okay, so we're going to keep going, doing the same thing. I'm almost tempted to alternate, but I think I like that blue on top with that yellow pipe cleaner poking out. TMI Gifts. Yes, Sheila. And I have a code for my followers only, and it's HH20 at checkout. If you punch in that code, you're going to get 20% off your order, which always makes it a little bit easier to hit that buy button when you see that the discount come off. And you just go to tmigifts.com and you'll find them. They've got lots of beautiful florals. We got to overlap this a little bit more so we don't... I'm going to have to start overlapping just a little bit more here. I'm just trying to keep them as big as I can, but we don't want that mesh to come out. And if I miss some of these comments, I'll try to go back. Sometimes they just kind of fly past me, and I will try to answer as many questions as I can. They're different sizes of jute. I've just used a jute mesh. I haven't used, is there like a straight jute? Because I like to use, if I'm doing a cross wreath, the most of my cross wreaths are made with the 10-inch mesh. And it just depends on what style that you're doing, because there are different styles of cross wreaths. I have a lot of different style tutorials on my YouTube channel where I've done with the poly burlap. I've done where you've seen us do the angel wings. And then there's one that I do, you do the angel wing in the center, and then you then it's like you have an angel wing and you cut it up the middle with your wood burner tool, and you have two halves. And then you put the two halves on each side so it makes it nice and full. That's another way to do them. And I'm also going to be doing, I just picked up some 6-inch mesh, and I really want to try to do, it's almost like this technique that we're doing here. It's if you watched me do that candy cane, that striped candy cane, we did one live. I think we did the pink and white one live. I'm going to do that same style on the cross wreath frame. So there are different options with, it just depends on, oh, jute, like a rope. Oh, those are, I like those. Those are fun too, where they wrap the cross frames with the rope. I guess I was having a brain thing on jute. I'm thinking jute mesh, but yes, there's jute twine. And those are really pretty. So see, we're just making these big, almost just like these big fluffy ruffle thingy-majiggers. Yes, I know. I hope Carl's not mad at me, Lori. Carl says I'm a bad influence with my TMI unboxing videos and my craft outlet. She's wrapping the frame. Okay, I gotcha. Yes, well, I mean, you could use any size jute if you're wrapping. Of course, it's going to go a lot quicker if you use a thicker jute. If it's a thinner, you're going to have to wrap a lot more. But I love those. I haven't done a on that yet, but I love those ones like that with the wrapping. And you can also do it with the like a burlap ribbon too. Those are pretty, where they wrap the cross frames. I should have done one of those this year. I like those. And then you put with the purple ribbon on it. I just think those are so pretty. Yeah, so I would say I probably have some jute in here. I would probably go a little bit thicker with that. I mean, not real thick, but just kind of an in-between between the really thin and the really thick. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like a 1/4 inch or something like that. All right. But when you finish that, I'd love for you to share that on the community tab. I love seeing all of your creations. And I'm really sorry that I couldn't get a tutorial out last Sunday. I know that was probably my first Sunday. Well, there was one Sunday before that, and I ended up releasing it on Monday, but that was literally probably my first week in a long time that I just couldn't do it. I had too much going on. It was a busy week, and I was just, I don't know, I was fatigued. I was mentally drained. I did a 10K. My husband and son ran their first half marathon, and me and my daughter-in-law's mom walked the 10K, and I was just wiped from that week. And I just said, you know what? I can't do it. So I would have just killed myself trying to get a tutorial out last Sunday. So I do have one. The one that was going to be released on Sunday, I'm going to release it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm back on track for this Sunday as well. So I made up for it, but hopefully it didn't mess up my analytics. But we can only do what we can do, right? And sometimes we just have to give ourselves a little bit of grace. Hey, Sally, thanks for popping in. Allie, hey, friends. Welcome. He says, happy wife, happy life. Yes, amen. I agree with that 100%. That's why my husband just lets me do my thing, like whatever makes her happy. Okay, let's see here. We've got, oh yeah, Linda, that will be a great one with the jute. That won't look too girly for sure. Hey Teresa, welcome. Oh yes, you're right. Thicker is harder to wrap. Yes, ma'am, it is. You got to find that nice medium, right in between. Hey Loretta, we're working on a 15-inch preloaded wreath frame from TMI Gifts, and we're doing a different petal technique here. And we're making another Easter wreath. I got this cute sign from Dollar Tree, which was my inspiration for this design. I thought that was super cute. And it's probably going to be, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more Easter. I'll see. I do want to still do an Easter centerpiece, but I think it's getting pretty close to me wrapping up my Easter designs. And moving on to, I've got to move on because, as I talk about all the time, I've got to stay ahead of the seasons, and that's my hardest part, is staying ahead. I've got to start making a jump on some patriotic and moving into some of my beach summer designs. But look how fun those twist ties look inside the on that blue. I love these little fuzzy zip ties. And I used to be intimidated, like Rosio said, of these things too. I thought, what the heck, and what do you do with those? But all the techniques that we've done here live, you can do on this too. You could do the cruffles, you could do the bubble method, all of those. You're going to make one for your sister with mesh. Nice, Linda. And I'll be having another, I am going to do one more Easter. And like I said, I'm going to do that 6-inch cross with the cross frame with the 6-inch mesh. So I am going to just get a couple more Easter designs, and then I'm moving on. Because I really want to try that technique on the cross frame. I had a follower that suggested that when I did the candy cane, that we could do that on the cross. And I thought, ooh, that's a good idea. I get a lot of great ideas from my followers. And I'm always looking for ideas, trust me, because sometimes your brain just kind of taps out and it's hard to keep thinking of new stuff to do. Hey, Sally. Hey, Rita from Michigan. Welcome. Yeah, it is a pretty blue. They called it, what did they call that? I have the wrapper over there. It had a special name to it. Like breeze mesh, I think it was called. And it's the first time I've used it, and I really like it. It has a really neat feel to it. It doesn't have jute. It has, like, I don't know. It's not a fiber. It's more like plastic or something. Yes, Kelly, thank you for reminding me. I keep forgetting. If everyone could give this live a thumbs up, it always helps me and my channel. Doug says hello, Doug. We love having all the hubbies here with us. Hello. Hello, friend. Welcome. Lady Rivers. Hello, friend. How you doing? Hi, Crystal. Thank you, Debbie. I hope you're doing good and your she shed is coming along. Lady Rivers' husband is making her a she shed right now. And that is going to be so cool. And Sally says you bought a condo after downsizing and my husband never saw it until we moved in. He said he was happy if I was happy. Oh, I love that. I love that. That must have felt good to downsize. We are good, Lady Rivers. I've already took Turbo for his walk and we shouldn't hear a peep out of him. Yeah, we got a lot of people from Michigan. I love it. Thank you, Lady Rivers. We're doing the blue and the yellow. And I'm using this really fun ribbon from Costco I found on sale. I went back to get the sunflower wreath, and this is the sign, the inspiration for the design, because I didn't get the sunflower ribbon originally, and I went back. I thought, oh, I should have got it. I went back and it was all gone, so I grabbed some more of that because I had a follower that said you're gonna love that ribbon, and they had another cherry blossom one too, so I grabbed some more of that. Lady Rivers, woo! Thank you for the gold coin and the 10 jewels. I appreciate you, friend. I got my cowbell now. Thank you so much. No, Kelly, I wish I had a code for Craft Outlet. They don't have codes there, but that would be nice. I wish. Zoe, these are 19 inches, which gives you, you're using exactly 2 rolls. And don't go by the measurements, because if I would have went by the 20 inches, you divide the 360, or is it 360 or 380 for the 10 yards, divide it. It said 20 inches and I did them at 19 and one of them came up a tiny bit short. So yeah, I always go a little bit smaller when I calculate that stuff, because sometimes the rolls don't have exactly everything that you're supposed to, all the right measurements on them. Sometimes they run a little bit shy. Yes, Rosio, that is my biggest challenge, is staying ahead of the seasons. I have such a hard time staying ahead. And I always tell myself when I got to start gauging it, a good gauge is when Hobby Lobby starts moving the next season. That's when it should be time to move on for us, creators, or, you're selling your wreaths. And right now they're starting to roll out their 4th of July. So it's like, okay, ding, ding. It's time for me to move on as well. Because I get caught up, and then it's just, especially when you're doing tutorials, like what I do, I've got to stay ahead, because you want people to watch your stuff and they're already thinking about what they're going to make months ahead of time. So, yeah, I really struggle with that. And I hope that I can, I need to get like a calendar, and I really have to start writing things down more. Loretta, you decreased your Easter wreaths. Yes. Yeah. Especially if you're selling. I think the window is definitely closed for Easter. I put everything in my Etsy shop on sale for 20% off, because it's just, yeah, it's time. it's time. I should be moving on right now, but I always do that. I have a couple more I want to squeeze out, and I'll get them. But that'll give me time to get everything organized like I was talking about next door, and then really getting a game plan for the summer. Because summer is when it really slows down for content creators. And can you shut the door? Por favor, thank you. And yeah, that's when it starts slowing down. People want to be out enjoying nature and doing things, and so people aren't crafting as much. So that's a good time for me to implement my business strategies and take care of some things that I've been wanting to take care of with my Facebook page. And I have a lot of things that I need support with, and it's good to do that kind of stuff in the slow time. Let's see. You're done, Linda, and cleaned up your mess. All right. All right. And let's see. What method do you use? Allie's asking, what method do you use with 2 different sizes of mesh? I got 10-inch poly burlap and 12-inch deco mesh. Huh. Where'd you find 12-inch deco mesh? I don't think I've ever seen 12-inch. Well, you could do something like with the 12-inch, you could do like a bubble technique or the poof technique, and then you can use the 10-inch and make some cruffles to go in there. Or you can even do this technique that we're doing. You could do the 12-inch at the bottom and do the 10-inch on the top, and that would be fun. And Sheila, no, I did not use a wood burner tool on this mesh. This tan has a jute fiber that goes through it. It would have worked for this, but it doesn't matter with this technique because you're hiding all those ends the way you're tucking them. You can't use that with anything that has that like cotton fiber or jute fiber that goes through it. I was just watching your patriotic. Oh, Rita, I love that one. I like that technique. That's a good technique because it really fills up that cross frame with those 2 little half petals on the side. It just looks so much fuller, I think, when you're using that poly burlap mesh. And is this the University of Michigan colors, Rita? Thank you, Lisa, for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Are you feeling better, Lady Rivers? Hi, Lisa. And Marissa said that Doug made you a 14 by 25 craft room. I'm going to call it Nalani's Craft Cave. Oh, I love that. That is so awesome. Sent you a gift. Thank you, Lady Rivers. Thank you. I appreciate that, friend. I really do. All the gifts that I receive, guess where they go to? It all goes back in craft supplies. So I could keep doing these lives and coming to you with my lives and my tutorials each week. Is Betty here? Did I miss Betty? Hi, Betty. I don't see. I know we have lots of Bettys. They should be rolling out Mother's Day, graduation. Yeah, you got it. You got it. That's exactly, if you're selling wreaths, you definitely should be rolling out. Start thinking about Mother's Day and graduations for sure. Because what happens in this whole creating space is in July, everybody starts on their Christmas. And that's when my heart starts racing, because I can never get on that Christmas in July wagon, and I have to jump on that this year. I really do, or I will be way behind if I don't. And Debbie, what are you making? What are you making right now? Yes. Thank you, Betty. I try to do a little bit of everything. I like to have a variety on my channel, so I don't like really have a set style that I stick with. I like to do a little bit of everything. So no matter what your taste or your style is, hoping that, you know, something will catch somebody's eye that they want to do. And I like to try different techniques, and I like to do a lot of Dollar Tree ones. I need to get back to doing more Dollar Tree designs. Those are what usually works very well on my YouTube channel. Everyone loves a good Dollar Tree design. Allie! Woo! Thank you, friend. Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. You watched my cross tutorial at lunch today. All right, Penny. Thanks for watching. Thank you. I appreciate you, friends, because the more people watch my videos, that's how I make my money. That's how I make my living here on YouTube. So I want people to watch my stuff. So I appreciate you when you all watch my videos, my tutorials, my lives. It really helps me with what I'm trying to do, what I've been creating for the last 4 years. And it's just a really fun journey, and I've worked really hard, and it's just nice to get that love and support as well. Hey, Connie. Woo! Connie, thank you for the floating hearts and the 10 jewels, friend. I appreciate that. We'll see you in a minute, Lori. Linda, I know the feeling. Oh my gosh, friend. Last week we were in the high 80s, and I was like, we are not going to put the air conditioner on. We had the fans going, and me and my husband caved. we put the air conditioner on like 3 times. I couldn't do it. It was just, we were dying. Oh yeah, so I know the feeling, Linda. I wanted a little break between the seasons to save on my electric bill, but yeah, it was just that we had that weird heat wave, and now it's in the 70s, so it's taller. We're good with just the fan, but I thought, oh my gosh, we just can't handle it anymore. So I know that feeling for sure. You're okay, Lady Rivers, tired and exhausted and physical therapy. Oh man. Yeah, that's a long recovery, I'm sure, from the back pain. Do they think maybe it's a pinched nerve or something is why you have no feeling? Have they got to like why that you have no feeling on your left side? Debbie, you're working on an Easter centerpiece with bunnies. I really want to get to a centerpiece so bad. I bought all the stuff for it, and that's another one I'm determined to do before I put my Easter stuff away. I really want to do a centerpiece. But I guess if I can't get to the Easter one, I can always do a 4th of July centerpiece. But I am itching to do a centerpiece. I got the moss, I got the foam, like I'm ready to go. I was really inspired with that summit, with the ones that did the centerpieces. There was just some beautiful centerpieces. So that's probably what I'll do, is I'll do a 4th of July one if I can't get to the Easter one. But I really wanted to do one of the flocked bunny ones. Just running out of time. Oh, Patty, thank you, friend. I appreciate that so much. I really do. I appreciate all of you so much. Just the love and the support that you have given me on this journey, this crazy YouTube journey. Never in a million years would I think that I would have thought that this 50-plus-year-old woman would be a YouTuber. If you told me that 4 years ago, I'd say you are out of your ever-loving mind. There's no way I would be able to figure all that stuff out. And it's turned out to be my favorite platform. And I want to tell you that I decided I'm not going to, I'm only going to do my full wreath tutorials here on YouTube. I'm not going to do them on Facebook anymore. Because this is my platform that I love so much. And if anybody wants to see like what you guys are seeing, you're going to have to come over here to YouTube. So I made that decision the other day. I did go live, and you know, it was fun and I liked it, but it was, I don't know, this space just feels different, and I just think it's just a special space, and I just want to keep it just special like that. So I'll go live on Facebook and give them, you know, maybe some little glimpse, little peeks and of some techniques. But in order to they'll have to come over here to see full step-by-step tutorials. So I made that decision the other day. Okay, I'm getting backed up on messages. Let's see here. We've got Christmas. Sheila's saying Christmas in July would be hard to do. That's like peak garden season. Oh yes, friend, that is definitely. That's hard to juggle all of that. That's another reason why I got so wiped out last week and couldn't do the tutorial, because we have been hitting it hard on our property and trying to get all of our plants and flowers and weed eating. And I'm just trying to get all of that done before the heat comes. And yeah, we don't have a garden yet. Someday. We have the room for it, but I haven't quite got to that point yet, and but I know that takes a lot of work and a lot of time outside. And Connie, hello. Yeah, Debbie, I don't know about all that kind of stuff on your side. I don't know. You'll have to ask the ones that have sent the gifts. She's like, I don't want to be sending 200. I don't know how that works. I know you buy them, and then you can send out gifts as you like. I don't. You'll have to ask the others how all that works. You watch The Easter basket. Oh, Penny, I was just actually, are you talking about the one with the bunnies and the all the stuff in it? I have been thinking about that one, and every time I think about that one makes me so happy because that was like a vision that I had in my head, and I wanted to like create that magic feeling of when you're a kid and you get your Easter basket with all the candies and the chocolate bunnies and the eggs and like that fun and that excitement. And that was a very special one for me. That was a vision, and I just had so much fun bringing that one to life. And I've been thinking about that one. I've been wanting to post that on Facebook. And that's just a really special one for me. If you guys haven't seen that one, I think it might be buried down a couple seasons, but it's just, I don't know. It just kind of screams fun. It was a very fun one to do. Okay, so now we've got that outside and we're coming on that inside now. And oh, you're 92 in Texas. Woo! That is hot. Yeah, Debbie's asking about the gift thing. If 200 or 300 or 400, is it $2 or 200? So if anybody can help her as far as that gift stuff goes. Oh yes, Allie, that is scorching. I had a hard time last week when we had that heat wave. Like it just didn't give you any chance to like ease into it. Your electric went up with no heater. How does that work, Linda? That's not fun. Oh, yes, I bet. Oh, I bet your electric bill is high, Marissa. Ours was really high with running the heaters. Spinal stenosis. Is that what they diagnosed why you're numb, Lady Rivers, on that side? Yeah, Sheila, enjoy it while you can, right? So Connie, sorry, I'm getting backed up here. Hey, Holly, I sold 3 more wreaths. I don't know what Nancy, I'd remember her when she is on here, but she showed me a new technique and I sold that one plus the ladybug and bumblebee. Awesome, Connie. That's so cool. Congratulations. That's so exciting. I love that. Thank you, Lady Rivers. I really appreciate it. And I tell you, I feel the love from all of you so much. Like, I get excited to be here with you on Thursdays. And hopefully I'll be able to, I might try to come on live a little bit more too. Because it helps me grow my channel. We see a lot of the regulars here in the chat, but there's a lot of people that watch silently that don't chat. And so, and you don't even realize it till you get off the live and it will tell you like how many people were there. And I mean, sometimes we've had last live was 11,000. I mean, there's some, a lot of people watch, but don't comment. And there's a lot of people that watch that don't subscribe too. So for all of those people that watch and don't subscribe, if you can hit that subscribe button right down below, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. All of us creators work really hard to grow our channel, and YouTube is not a fast growth, okay? It's not at all. Been doing this 4 years, and it's taken me 4 years to almost at 50,000. I keep creeping a little closer and a little closer, but that will be a big milestone for me when I hit the 50,000. So if you could just boom hit that subscribe button, Give this live a thumbs up. All that stuff that you hear us talk about all the time, it really does help. Ooh, you're busy, Donna. You got a lot of big things coming up. Fun. Oh, wow, Sally. Telling you it's in your head. Oh my gosh. Wow. Good thing that they found that, and like, so you know what I mean, that's a big thing not to find. Well, Lady Rivers, I am really sorry to hear about the chronic pain and everything that you're going through, and you know that you all have our prayers here praying for you, and we all hope that you're, you know, feeling better, and pretty soon you're going to be relaxing in your she shed, and I'm sure that will bring you a lot of comfort and joy. Watching your sunsets with your Mountain Dew and your coffee. Patty's asking, will we get notifications? Patty, if you are subscribed and you ring that bell, and when you ring that bell, it gives you the option to turn on your notifications. So as long as you have your notifications turned on, you will get alerted when I go live and when my tutorials release every week. So you will be alerted, but you have to have the notifications turned on. You're always on you're always on YouTube. Yeah, I don't really see you that much on Facebook. I mean, I am a fan of Facebook. It's not that I'm not, because that is my other favorite platform, but it's not for going live anymore. Like I said, I don't have time to go live on there and go live here, and I want people to come over here. So, you know, I'm gotta like try, and I know a lot of people, it's hard, they don't know how to get on over here, and I know it can be a challenge, because you know, you got a lot with the Google, and sometimes you don't remember your password and all that, but once you get over here, it's easy after that point. So I get it. You know, some people are just YouTube, some people are just Facebook, some people are just TikTok, but I want everybody to come over here. Oh, thank you, Hollie. You'll take YouTube. I love YouTube. This is my platform. It's my favorite platform ever, and I never realized that YouTube could be so fun. I always thought it was just something that you know, when you needed to learn how to do something before I started my channel. I never really looked at it as another social media platform until I started creating over here in this space. And hi, Patricia. Hope you're doing good too. Hey, Penny. And Sheila got her seeds planted. Woo, nice. That's exciting. Gonna have lots of yummies before too long. That stuff grows fast. Hey, Betty, there you are. Hi, friends. We're using a raised wreath form, and we're doing this different kind of technique, and we're just doing another like Easter wreath. Oh, you did do the basket, Patty. Awesome. Did you find all the goodies from Dollar Tree and all that? Oh my gosh. You have got to send me a picture of that. If you have a picture of it, you've got to send it to me on YouTube. I would love to see that. Like I said, that just makes me so happy. That one. It really, it was so fun to make. I just pictured, you know, like you're a little kid on Easter and that, getting that Easter basket and what kind of goodies. Yeah, that one's super fun. And I missed something. My first was a 37. Oh, that will be a nice, I've never been to Florida, but man, I would love to go. You pay $200 a month for what? Oh, for the electric? For what, Marissa? I think I'm missing things here. Oh, you're gonna have rain pretty soon. Yes, Lady Rivers, just take it easy. You can you know, get that joy of crafting here through our lives, and then just take your time when you get back. But when you do finally be able to get back, it's going to be really good therapy for you, and I know it'll feel really good, because we all know crafting is definitely therapy. Oh, thank you, Lady Rivers. I appreciate you, friend. We love having you. And Betty says, anyone know what to use to recreate a ladybug or beehive frame? Oh, you mean like those Dollar Tree ones? The beehive ones? I've seen, what have I seen? I'm trying to think. You know what I bet you could probably do is maybe like make one out of a piece of cardboard or something. I'm trying to think. Maybe you could like shape it like the hive, glue the material on, and then trim it with some jute cord and make the little black hive with some felt or something. Maybe you can make your own like that, like your own attachment that you can add to a wreath. Yes, Sheila, I have a lot of pancake wreath tutorials on my YouTube channel. I just did one recently. I did the tulip one. So that one is the same formula that I use for all my pancake ruffles. That was the most recent, but I have them for different seasons. I have a lot of pancake ruffles because those are always very popular tutorials for me. So I like to do them in all the seasons. But yes, the recent one I did with that stripe mesh, but it's the same formula. The way I load the pipe cleaners, how I cut the mesh, it's the same formula. That's the most recent. It's probably just a couple tutorials ago. You'll see it has like a tulip sign, a welcome sign. Because those are very, very popular. I love a pancake wreath. Hey, Patricia. Glad you made it, friend. I am missing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up, friends. Thank you, Kelly. You're so sweet. Your smoke alarm upstairs all night freaked me out. Do you need a battery? A new battery when it starts chirping? And let's see. Hello, Rosie. Convert. Thank you, Donna. Sometimes the words don't flow out very good when I'm live here. My brain can't catch up. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. That makes it hard to, but that chirping battery will drive you crazy. Let's see. Bonnie, we're still here. We're still here, friends. Tamara, this was a preloaded frame from TMI Gifts. There's 18 of them on here. It's one of the tiered wreath frames. It's a 15-inch. And this is what we have so far. We have a couple more to finish up in the middle. And let's see here. Debbie, oh, for the centerpiece. I don't remember on that one. Marissa, let's see. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting caught up here, guys. Marissa says, how does affiliate with Amazon work? Well, how it works is when you have an affiliate link and somebody clicks on your affiliate link, and it takes you straight to Amazon. So if somebody checks out of Amazon with your link, you get a small commission. And that's a part of my income, is my affiliate income. So it all just depends. Everything's broken down, like what percentage. And then, so anybody can become an affiliate, but you have to apply to have your own Amazon store and get approved. So I have an Amazon store where I can make lists and different categories and things like that. So it's basically, yeah, it's just you're getting a percentage, a small portion, depending on what people are buying, and it just really helps us creators. So when you see everybody, like, you know, shop this dress or whatever, you're helping them with otherwise, I mean, it's still going to Amazon, so it's just helping the creator make a little bit of extra money on the side, is what that is. When you hear affiliate links, that's what that is. So it helps us out, because you're going to go to Amazon and buy the stuff anyway. So it helps us out if you go to Amazon through our affiliate links. And that's how that works. Let's see. It's easier to chat with others on Facebook, though. You mean on the lives? Sheila? Or like the regular posts and stuff? Yeah, I mean, every platform, and I'm not saying I don't like Facebook. All I'm saying is I don't have the time. I'm just not going to do full tutorials on Facebook, because I want people to come over here to YouTube. So I just, you know, that's kind of going to be, I'm going to have to, if you want to see the lives, you like the lives, then I need you to come over here to YouTube. But I do love Facebook. Don't get me wrong. It's a great platform for me. I'm monetized on Facebook, so you know that it's a part of my income as well. And that's how, I mean, we make our money, is all different ways, from affiliate income. So it's kind of hard to explain when someone asks you what you do, because you have different ways that you make your money. And mine is from YouTube, from Facebook. I am monetized on TikTok. I need to start giving TikTok a lot more love, because I've got to start, you know, it takes a lot of work to get monetized on these different channels. So it's like, I need to put more work into the TikTok. But and the affiliate income. Those are my 3 ways that I support myself. So I can't neglect Facebook because you know, I don't want them to. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work of posting and engaging and all that kind of stuff, which I'm getting really behind on right now. Because it's not just about posting your stuff. You have to engage with others to make your money. They make you work for it. Let's just say that. Oh man, Sally. Hope you're doing okay. Were they like mini strokes, mini CVAs? You took your friend to get her meds. That's nice. Electricity with an on. Love the colors. The first fold, Sheila, I'll show you on the next. We're just overlapping, and I'm overlapping a couple inches just to get all those folds in there so they don't like come out. I got one more, and then I'll show you a little bit better on that. Patricia, I cut this mesh at 19 inches. And that gave me I used exactly 2 rolls of mesh for this. But this, look how full it's getting. And what's nice with these raised wreath frames, you get that dimension on the sides. And they're really full and really, they're just great wreath bases to work with. They're really good quality, really thick wire. And welcome back, Lori. Aw, Marissa, that's so sweet. Thank you, friends. Good night, Lady Rivers. Good night, sweet friend. Thank you for coming in. You know that you are in all of our prayers. You know that, friend. And let's see. Betty says, I heard they're revamping crafts, packaging, and such at Dollar Tree. Yeah, and I've had some people that tell me that they're going to be taking away the craft stuff at Dollar Tree. And I thought, I get different things from everybody about Dollar Trees. Everybody's Dollar Tree is so different. Like, I'll post things and people are like, ours never has that. And they're just all over the place, depending on where you live. Hi, BPH. Thanks for coming in and saying hello, friend. I appreciate that so much. Teresa, woo! Thank you for the jewels, friend. I appreciate that. And Bonnie, you bought the wood burner tool on my list. Right on. That's my favorite one. And I don't use any. I've had that thing for a long time. I don't use any of the tips. I just use it just like it comes out of the package. So let's see. So I'm going I'm going about halfway on the first fold, and the second fold I'm going over a couple inches, I guess is the best way to describe that. Halfway on the first fold. The second one I'm going over the end, it looks like 2 inches. And then I'm flipping it over to this side and pinching and grabbing up the middle. And that way all those little ends are all tucked in there. You, yes, on the lives, but you prefer YouTube for watching. All right. Well, I prefer you watching here on YouTube. No problem. Did I miss something about the Hollie Hobby Studio? Okay, sorry, I'm missing stuff. Let's see. You keep bouncing. Yeah, the phone gets very touchy. At least I haven't had the spam calls and froze yet, which is good. Yes, thank you, Lori. I sell my wreaths on Etsy. I'm starting to list my wreaths now that I do live and I do on my tutorials. Before I took a lot of things out of my Etsy store, but I decided that I need to, I'm going to start listing those in Etsy. And I'm running a sale right now on my Easter items, so it's 20% off. I listed the angel wings, the crosses, a lot of the things that we've done live here, and some of my tutorials. And it's Hollie Hobbies Studio on Etsy. Hollie Hobbies was taken, but Hollie Hobbies Studio wasn't. So you try to keep it all consistent, but some of the platforms it's taken, so you have to kind of switch it up a little bit. And let's see. I do need a secretary. Sally, are you looking for a job? I need a secretary. You got that right. I will dream of the day that I can have a secretary to help me with the back end business stuff. Thank you, Bonnie. Good night, Linda. The strokes got well. Sally, I am so sorry. Are you, hopefully do they have, are you doing any therapy to help? Because I know all that therapy helps so much. I used to work with a lot of stroke patients in the nursing homes. Thank you, Vonnie. And let me just get caught up here. Thank you, Patricia and Jean. Hello, Kimberly Doyle from across the country. Yeah, that's too bad, Sheila. I'm telling you, it's all just all over the place. Like I said, I'm very fortunate because we have 4 Dollar Trees in our city, and between the 4, I can usually find, I have very good luck finding what I need. Okay, so we did it. We added all those little bundles, and you could see what it, like I said, on the sides, it's got that dimension, and we do have that yellow is pretty bright, but that's going to be part of our design is yellow and blue anyways. So instead of like cutting these down and folding them down, I'm just going to keep the pipe cleaners, and we're going to see what it looks like. Yes, Sally, you are a fighter. I love it. Yes. And you're still at home, right? You're able to live at home still? Carl's watching baseball. What did Carl think about the Netflix opening ceremony? There's been a lot of mixed things about that. Oh, that's good, Sally. That's good. Just be safe when you're transferring and all that. I'm sure that you are, and you've learned all the ropes after having 3. But yeah, just be safe. If If you lived closer, I would come give you a helping hand, friend. Because I love helping people. I should have been a nurse. That was what my calling was. But I was a CNA for many, many, many years, and a caregiver, and I've done a lot of home care, and I love, love, love helping people. See, I love all the connections that people make in these chats. It's just so neat. And everyone's finding that they've got neighbors and in the same states, and I just love that. Oh, good, Sally. I'm glad that having a good support system is key. I'm so happy about that. So I've already prepped the sign, and then I added one of those little stickers that we talk about. I got some more from Hobby Lobby, and they're just like in the sticker section, and I get different ones. These are all different colors and sizes, and these are more like pearls. So I just buy a bunch, and there's some ones like that. And so I have the sticker over that top hole. You can't really see it because it's white, but that's how I cover up all that stuff. Awesome, Connie. I love home care. I love it. I miss my neighbors so much. I cared for them for, it was probably 4 years. There were 2 of them, Ron and Suzanne, married over, I mean, gosh, they were married forever. And I helped my neighbor care for her parents, and I miss that. And I've done a lot of other home care too. But yeah, I might end up maybe finding something that works for my schedule, because I miss it. I love helping people. Good night, BPH. Hey, Valerie. Welcome, friend. And oh, you go to the Yankees. Nice. I am so excited to hit some baseball games this year. We live a couple hours from the Giant Stadium, and it is just absolutely gorgeous, right on the bay. You're sitting in the stadium and you could see the bay and the boats. It is a beautiful stadium. And so yeah, we're hoping to make a couple 2 to 3 games this year too. Thank you, Jean. Thank you. I'm a helper. That's just me. Like I said, I was born to be a nurse, and I missed my calling. And at this age, I have no desire to go back to school. So that's why I would like to, if I can find the right fit that works around a flexible schedule, I definitely would help out somebody, because I know there's such a need for it. It is, you get in a big pickle these days with the whole messed up healthcare system, and I mean, caregivers, it's just so expensive. Everything's so expensive to be able to stay at home. It's like a luxury nowadays. And yeah, so if I can help out anybody, I would love that. Okay, Kelly, you took care of your mom. God bless you. Valerie, well, we did 19-inch pieces, and this is a preloaded wreath frame, and we overlapped them. So I did one one lap was about halfway and then the other one overlapped a couple inches, flipped it over and pinched and grabbed in the middle and made like a big bow tie. And then I did the same thing with both pieces, stacked them on each other, and placed one of those bundles in each of these zip ties. And the other half for patience. Love it, love it. Yes, Connie, I totally agree. I love that. I mean, that is like a dream to be able to pass at home. Yes, Valerie, it's a very yeah, the raised wreath frame is really fun, and I know the yellow is really popping, but it's hard to kind of see everything, but it kind of gives it a really fun looking, almost like a ruffle. It's just a neat look to it. Okay, so now we're going to add some ribbon. Let's get... Yeah, we've cared for, well, my father-in-law, I cared for him when he came home on hospice. I was his full-time caregiver. And I also cared for my great aunt who fell at 95, was independent. And, well, I cared for her because she had dementia up until that point. But she was very independent. And then when she fell and broke her hip, I was her full-time caregiver. Yeah, she was never on any, she went to when she fell, and then he's like, who's your doctor? She didn't even have a doctor. She wasn't on any medicine. She would take a Tylenol if she hurt. But yeah, I've done a lot of caregiving for loved ones. The total pieces we cut, there's 18 pipe cleaners in this raised frame. So I did them 19 inches, which gives you exactly one roll of each of the mesh. Thank you, Betty. Woo! Thank you, Betty, for the jewels. I appreciate that. Penny, a tornado. Oh my gosh. Be safe, friend. Aw, Allie. I love that. And I have 3 boys. And when I worked in the nursing home, they would always ask me, oh, honey, who's going to take care of you? Because I had boys. And I never thought about that. I thought, one of them better take care of me. But thankfully, I have a beautiful daughter-in-law that I know will be there for me. And she's a physical therapist, so I'll get some free therapy too. And my son's an occupational therapist, so. Somebody used my good scissors, and I am not happy about it. These things disappeared for about a day, and when I got them back, I could barely cut with them. So I am not happy with that, after we were just talking about those wonderful left-handed scissors last week. So I'm going to have to order another pair because I feel like all my scissors are getting dull. And let's see. Da, da, da. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I'd be so nervous with living in tornado area. We don't get tornadoes in California. Yes, Rosio, it's definitely a calling, and it definitely takes a very special person to do that, you know, as far as because you know, it takes it's a lot of mentally and physically, and yeah, you have to have lots of patience for sure. Yes, bless your heart, sweetheart. That is awesome. Love that. And I bet when you look back on that now, that was probably like just beautiful memories. And you're retiring from nursing. Oh my gosh, Betty. I didn't know that you were a nurse. Awesome. Yes, Allie. Yes, Sally, I can. Can you move to California? Oh. There's a few less. Let's see. Falls. Yeah, falls can be the end. Yep. Definitely. It's just so scary when you fall when you get older, because you know, when you've seen those, you know that there's not good outcome usually. Especially at 95 when you break your hip, like my great aunt did, who was the absolute love of my life. And that is why I'm trying hard I'm doing lots of weight training, because I really want to keep my muscles and stay active as long as I can, for sure. Yes, balance exercise. I need to work on more balance exercises. Yes. Your girls take them and they disappear. Yes. I was like, I put them in the same spot every time. I know somebody, even though everyone's not copping up to it. And now I'm having a hard time finding one good pair of scissors that are sharp. Betty, thank you. We got some 2 silver star jewels and some sparkles. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. Your husband was the worst at taking them. We'll have to put a little tracker on our scissors, and then we'll know exactly who's using them, right? One of those little luggage trackers. Yeah, I've heard of that. I'm going to have to do that, Connie. I've heard people talk about that, and I've never tried that. So you just make a big ball, and you just like that? Okay, I'm going to try that. Yeah, yes. Don't have to worry about tornadoes or hurricanes or earthquakes. Yeah, but we really don't have a lot of earthquakes, it seems like. Yes, I mean, definitely lucky that we don't have to worry about tornadoes and hurricanes. I'd be scared to death. That's when I go visit my family in Oklahoma. I make sure it's not tornado hurricane season. Okay, so now we're going to add some ribbons, and I'm just debating if I want to bring in that yellow ribbon, or you know what I think I want to do? Because I don't think I have a lot of that ribbon, but I do have, I'm going to bring in some Swiss dots. You do the ball to sharpen your Cricut. Oh, you got a Cricut. I am so wanting to jump into that world, but I know that it'll get me in trouble. I just know I won't just, I know it's going to open up a whole world that I don't think I'm ready for. So I admire all of you that do the Cricut stuff. What do you like doing with your Cricut the most? You need to be tech savvy. Yeah, Betty, and you know that's not my that's not my expertise, is the tech part. Definitely, I think it would take a lot for me to figure all that stuff out. Okay, so we're just going to make some ribbon bundles here. I know I'm yakking a lot as usual and trying to multitask, I promise. Hey Francis, welcome. You can fold them, the aluminum, and then use it to cut. Okay, all right. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm totally doing it, and I'll let you know how it works. You fell out of a semi-truck. Oh my gosh, Marissa. Wow. Was this recently? Thank you, Francis. You ended up selling yours, Chico, Rosario. I keep wanting to call you Chico. But I'm telling you, I just think I love what you're doing on TikTok. I just think your TikToks are so great. I got to start doing like funner stuff on TikTok. I just get so exhausted by the time I get to TikTok. So I end up just throwing my reels or whatever that I already have done. But I need to start doing some funner TikToks. I need to start giving TikTok more love. I really do. And I really have to start going live on TikTok, because I've never gone live on TikTok, and I know there's a whole world of opportunity out there. I don't know how it works with the monetization, but I'm monetized, so I need to really like figure all that out, because like, you know, if you can make some good money on lives, then I would consider going live over there. But I got to figure out all the ins and outs first. You need to learn how to save TikTok and Instagram. How to save, like how to save reels and stuff. You used yours for stencils. Okay. Then you got bored with that and moved on to the next rabbit hole. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of rabbit holes to go down on the Cricut machine. That's why I'm nervous to even. I think it would be fun to like maybe do some shirts and some coffee mugs and things like that. But I feel like it would take me down a rabbit hole, and then buying all the vinyl and all that would be a whole world, I'm sure, of vinyl. Hurricanes you can prepare, but tornadoes and earthquakes you can't. Yeah. That's for sure. Chio. All right. I'll call you Chio. I love that. That's cute. Ciao, Francis. See you later, friend. Okay, so we're just going to, now I just made these bundles here, and we're going to add them to our pipe cleaners. And this is why I like the raised a lot, because it really has that extra dimension when you're adding the two different layers of ribbon bundles. And this is the first time working with that Costco ribbon. That was really fun. I got this from Craft Outlet, and let me tell you, it's the most beautiful ribbon. Oh, I used this on my tutorial that's coming out tomorrow, and look at that ribbon. It's super thick and nice. Like, this is not thick like that, but it's still pretty. But oh, I highly recommend this, that ribbon from Craft Outlet. Just had to share that with you. I want to get more of that good ribbon and use it in little pieces in my bows. It's so fun when you're working with a good quality ribbon. Is your phone giving you a hard time? Oh, yes, I'm not looking. Mine keeps wanting to update, and I'm like, no, I'm nervous because the last update, I couldn't figure out how to get back on my phone. And I had to go live or something was happening. I started freaking out because I couldn't log into my my phone. I'm always afraid with that password stuff, like, that's why I'm having a lot of Facebook issues, and I really need to delete it and all this kind of stuff and reload it, and I'm just afraid I got to figure out all my passwords. But I know you could still get on there with your Google stuff, but as you all know, the tech stuff is not my forte. I really have to get a lot of issues handled that I put off for a very long time, and I have to. I'm probably going to end up hiring somebody because trying to get to Meta support on your own is a big rabbit hole. Let's put it that way. I don't know if you guys have ever had to contact Meta, but it is so hard to actually get to the support people. You still have a big tub of vinyl? Yes. Oh my gosh, I bet it's just like a whole rabbit hole. Oh, did they have a hot pink and an orange of that? Was it the flowers? Oh, I bet that is. I got to check that out. Well, I got to slow it down. Look at me. Slow it down. I got to stop. I got to wait until I get everything organized with my totes, and then we'll place a little ribbon order. Because it's so fun working with good ribbon. Such a difference, especially when you're making bows. It's good to have that first layer or first loops with that nice good ribbon. It just makes a great foundation for a great bow. And everything else could be bad ribbon, but to have that first base makes all the difference. You ordered the 1.5. I've got the 1.5 too, or maybe it's, well, I don't know if it's the same exact ribbon, but I really liked it. It has the flowers on it too. The peach floral is the double-sided ribbon. The ribbon gets you every time. Yeah, it really does. Which bow maker did you get, Jean? That was a game changer for me, was getting a good bow maker. I also ordered, I just have never attempted it. I have it up here in my cubby. I don't know. I think it's called the Pro Bow Hand or something, where it has all the little pegs, and I want to figure that bow maker out too. But I love my Easy Bows Design Pros. But I think the other one would be fun for doing different style of bows. I just have to pull it down, and another thing to figure out. I'll get there. Google, yes, Betty. And I think that's what saved me every time, is the Google passwords. Having all that in Google. Betty, can you be my secretary? You're very good with all this technical stuff. I just have a big issue I have to take care of with Facebook, and it's going to involve hiring somebody. And once I get this issue resolved, then I think I'll really be able to grow. But right now, everything's kind of not going as fast as I would like because I have a lot of issues, and my invite to follow doesn't work, and but I have to remove a business admin, and I just have a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to prove that it's my business, and just stuff that I'm not going to be able to do on my own. Because I want to get the blue badge verified, and I can't get that until I take care of all these issues that I have. And let's just say I was very naive and stupid when I first started my business page, because I just did something I just can't even believe I did. I was so embarrassed about it, but I didn't, you know, you don't know when you're first starting. There's so many scammers and spammers out there, and I thought it was meta, and it wasn't meta. And anyway, I did a stupid thing, and I added them as a business admin. So their page is inactive. They can't do anything to my Facebook, because that was one thing I did. I was able to years ago get some Facebook support, and they made their page inactive. So they never did anything to my account, but the fact that they're on there as a business admin, and now I can't do a lot of things because it needs approval from this inactive page. So I need to get that inactive thing removed, and then I could get I could go forward with getting verified and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, just all this fun stuff that I've learned along the way. I was so stupid when I started my page, and I just there's a lot of people out there taking advantage of people when you don't know all that stuff when you're new. This is the deluxe. You keep adding to your list. Yep, the list starts getting really big. All right, Allie, I can't wait to see it. Okay, we're getting there. I promise. I'm just going to get these ribbon bundles added, and then we're going to add our sign, and then we're going to make a bow. And then I wanted to add some florals too. But you all know how this is, how these lives go. Try Chi-Cha. What's Chi-Cha? You got the deluxe, Jean? I love my deluxe. I love it because it's got the pegs that don't come out, and it's very long, and I like that. Well, I can't wait to see it, Allie. At night is when I usually look through all my messages, and I can see all that kind of stuff. So I will check it out. I promise I will eventually get to everything. I know sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out how to get to that post on that community page. I know, it makes it a lot easier, huh, Jean? And this is the one you got, right? The Pro. You got this one? Yes, Kelly, we do. I'm telling you, I learned the hard way, and this was when I first started my page. Like, I thought it was Meta that they reached out because they said something about running ads on your page. Like I said, I was totally naive to all this stuff when I first started my page. And I thought, wow, I'm really making it. Meta wants to run ads on my page. But yeah, I learned the hard way. And when I realized what I did, I was sick to my stomach. I could not believe I was so stupid. And it's just one of those things I learned the hard way. But it's really made me very cautious about all that stuff. And that was before my biz group, when I've learned about all that kind of stuff that goes on. And it's made me very cautious because I get a lot of stuff about collaborations and being on a podcast, and I'm very leery about everything now. I make sure I research, double research, because there are a lot of scammers, and there's people that lose their YouTube channels from clicking on a link, you know, and it gets taken over. So it's very real. And there's some YouTube trainings I got to watch about how to protect your channel, because that happens. It's you know, people click on links all the time, and it's easy to click on the bad link or something, and there you go. You've lost everything that you've worked hard for. I mean, you can always get it back, but it's a whole process. I know, Rolando. I agree. They're, you know, and then there's all the ones when you first start your business pages that you know, want to buy a wreath from you. I can smell those a mile away nowadays. But in the beginning, you know, it's exciting. You think, wow, somebody's really wants to buy my wreath, and they're talking about, I mean, they're just wasting your time, and they're just basically trying to scam you. So I could smell those a mile away now. But yeah, it's like, get a life, really. Come on. And they always prey on the new pages. Always. That's when I used to get all that stuff. I don't get that stuff anymore, but you would always get it when you post a wreath on Facebook or something, and you'd get the message, is this for sale? And you always know, if someone says, is this for sale? It's a scam. So I try to help other people out now, because people will get, and then you get messages all the time that you think is Meta, and it's not, and it's like, no. Now I know, Meta will only contact you through your original email, not your business email or whatever. If Meta's trying to contact you through them, you know it's a scam. Sorry, I am missing out. Yeah, and that's the thing, Kelly, is you can't. It's impossible to get a hold of somebody unless you're Meta verified. And that's the problem. I can't get Meta verified because I got to get that thing removed, and it's, yeah. But yeah, they take you down these loops that, I mean, you just to try to find some sort of support is like, you get exhausted, and then that's what happens. I get exhausted, and then I just stop. And so I have to really, this is the season where I'm going to get all of that handled. And I want to get the blue badge. So you guys know this is the real Hollie Hobbies. This isn't, because there's some fake pages out there. Then people try to like do fake pages in your name. But when you have that blue badge, when you see that blue badge, you know that that person is legit. Oh my gosh, Lisa. Wow. Did you get everything back? Let's see, did I miss? Yes, Allie, I like the bow dabber too. I like different bow makers for different things. You got some of your money back. Oh my gosh, Lisa, that must have been so incredibly stressful. Wow. That same thing happened to my cousin's wife too. She clicked on a link, and boom, there went everything. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Thank you. I've learned a lot over the years, but yeah. Just, you know, sometimes when you look back, you think, oh my God, how could I even think? You know, but yeah, I didn't know. I was new at the whole thing. I thought I was making it. I thought Meta is contacting me and they want to run some ads. Woo, I've made it. Oh, yeah, they are worse now. They really are. Oh my gosh, Lisa. Wow. That is so scary. They left with 533. Oh my gosh. Try to scare people or something else on Facebook and TikTok. Okay, so let's see here. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're almost there. We are almost there, guys. 2, 3, 4. I love the Swiss dots. You can't go wrong with Swiss dots. Yes, Jean, definitely. Good night, Connie. Good night. We'll see you next time, friend. Thanks for coming. Yep, I know the feeling of running out of space, Rolanda. And yes, Jean, I can give good advice to people of what to watch out for sure. I feel like I've definitely matured in all of that and learned a lot of about that kind of stuff now over time. Teresa, woo! Thank you for the floating heart for Jules. I appreciate that, friend. You had to close so many. Yeah, you just had to go through a bunch of crap. That stinks, man. It must have just been extremely stressful for you to have to go through all of that. Your probably stomach was in knots. Hey, Natasha, welcome. And Taru, welcome. And they got through to me by using a telephone number on my cell phone. They were able to use a number on my... Wow. That is just so insanely scary and stressful, and I'm glad that you got everything back, but I mean, to have to go through all of that. People are just unreal. We would get a lot when I cared for my neighbors next door. You know, you get all those people that prey on the elderly, and it's just sickening. I would get a lot of those phone calls, and you know, the phone calls where they're like, grandma, and then I'm in jail and all this kind of stuff. And I would just kind of play along with it, just to kind of mess with them, and then just be like, get a life, you know. But you know, they prey on the elderly, and it's sad. And now they're doing things like the AI with the voices, and you really think it's real because it's, you know, a familiar voice that they've taken from whatever. But yeah, those calls would come in all the time. And there's people that fall for them too. I mean, it's just so sad. You know, they pray and they think they're helping out their grandkid. Yes, and they're very convincing. I mean, they make it sound like they're in jail. I mean, I hear it all because they would call all the time. They must know that elderly people live there, you know, and they are just trying all the time. Grandma, and I'm in jail, and I just got in a car accident. And I mean, they had every story under the book. Yeah, it's scary when you think that, you know, one of your loved one is in trouble. And they weren't happy with me because I would play along, and then I would just let them have it. They thought that they were like getting something, and then I'd be like, quit, you know, get a life, quit calling here. I mean, how can you stoop so low, and all this kind of stuff. And finally it started happening so much, we just quit answering the phone over there. Yeah, at least they don't answer the phone if it says it's a bank calling. Yep. Yes. Oh my gosh, Kelly. Oh. We'll see you in a minute, Lori. That's awful. But I know they have a lot of people trained because they'll send them to the ATMs and stuff, and like to buy the gift cards or whatever. And they have people trained now when they see people trying to withdraw money. A lot of them will step in and be like, wait. But yeah, they're very convincing nowadays for sure. All right, so this is the last bundle here that we've added. And it's, look how full, oh, it looks like a star in the middle. Wow, it almost looks like a big star. Look at the dimension. And we got all the, that's why I like the rays, because the way the ribbons fall, it has so much dimension to it. With the being stacked, the wreath frame with it being layered like that. And we'll figure out about these pipe cleaners if we want to trim them down a little bit. Some of these are just keep them, because it does add a little fun texture to it, you know, and it's part of our design is the yellow, so I might just keep them. All right. Yes, that happens all the time, Kelly. I'm telling you, it's like their full-time job doing that, trying to get somebody to fall for that. All right. So now we're going to add our sign. I'm gonna have to stand up. This thing is huge. Let's see where we're gonna put this. I haven't really tried to see if maybe I could, I'll just add the sign. One of these days I'm gonna try to adjust my camera angle so I can raise my desk and stand up. Okay, so we're gonna add it a little off to the right, which is how I usually like to add my signs. And then we'll do our bow here, and then we're just gonna pop in some little florals. And I just love the sign, it's so cute. I like Dollar Tree signs. I really do. They always have some cute ones. Although I really didn't get a chance to see what they had in too much of the Easter. I hadn't really been to Dollar Tree that much, and I popped in. There was only a couple signs left. I got this one, and I got this one, which I thought was super cute. I don't know if I'll get to this year, but I really loved it. Mr. Turbo trying to make his way back in. And I'm just hooking it to the wreath frame. Turbo, you want back in? I'm gonna have to let Mr. Turbo in. Can't decide if he wants in or out. But the good thing is he has already been on his walk, so. Oh, thank you, Rosario, Rosio. I'm gonna get it right, I promise, friend. I promise. Hold on, let me let Turbo back in. Turbo, come on, in or out. He can't decide if he wants in or out. I hope you don't have to ship that. Let's just say shipping is not my favorite part of running a business. I am getting ready to ship out a wreath, and if it wasn't for my wonderful husband that breaks my boxes down, I would dread doing the box part. I mean, because half the boxes you have to bring down in depth. The shorter the depth you get, the more you'll save on shipping. And I am getting ready to send out that patriotic one that we did live. I was figuring, it's taken me a while to figure out the yellow ribbon part. And I finally got it all figured out today. And so yeah, my husband, then I couldn't find a box that was big enough. So I finally found a 24 by 24. And he broke it down, so I will be shipping that out. And yeah, shipping is just not my favorite part, but it you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying, it's not that I don't, you know, I do it and I get it all done, but it's not my favorite part of the business. Because then you got to secure all the wreaths to the bottom of the box so they don't flop around during shipping. Yeah, it did look like a star, huh, Lisa? When I held it up, I was like, whoa, I could see a star. Yeah. I just like to mess with them when they call for a while. Really make them think that, you know, they're getting something, and then boom, pull the plug on them. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Allie and Adanu. Thank you. Welcome back, Lori. Got the doggies all situated. Darlene, I'm missing something here. I don't know what that. Turbo's awake. Yes, he's awake. Bye, Betty. We'll see you later, friend. Thanks for popping in. And okay. The boxes. Had to jump on the golf cart to get my mail. Oh, that must be fun. I want a golf cart. The boxes, I usually get them at Staples, but for some reason, Staples didn't have the 24 by 24s. So, and with the Staples, you buy 5 or more and you get cheaper. So the one I found, it was a really good quality, was at, what's that hardware store called? Not Lowe's. It's like Blue. What is that name of that one? I am totally drawing a blank. Maybe it's Lowe's. Sorry, my mind is, I can't think of it. It's one of those stores, a hardware store like that. And then they had a very good quality box, and it was 24 by 24. So that's what I will be shipping in. And then you've got to add the pipe cleaners through what I do is the bottom flaps. I make 2 holes with some scissors and bring the pipe cleaners up. And then I have the pipe cleaners. I put like 3 on my wreath form that the customer can take off. And then I twist the 2 pipe cleaners together to the wreath and to the bottom of the box. And that way it secures your wreath from moving around. And it always ships very nicely. Yeah, shipping there's a lot of tricks to shipping to get that down, because shipping is outrageous, and that's what people don't realize with some of the wreaths and the way that they're priced is people, you're trying to include the shipping too, because I mean, you've got to make some money. You can't cover the cost of shipping or you're never going to make it. So the one trick is like I said, the depth. Is getting the depth. If you have a big box like this tall, it's going to be outrageous. If you can get that depth to like 6 inches or below, you're going to save tons of money for shipping. And then I use Shippo, which it saves a lot of money if you have a business. A lot of people use Pirate Ship, but Shippo will give you, when you punch in all the dimensions, it breaks it down like UPS, FedEx, and you pick which one you want to get that better price. And because yeah, shipping can be super expensive. Yep. All right, Sheila. Yeah, that's Lowe's. Thank you. Thank you, Betty. It was Lowe's. Yes. Lowe's. Yes. So that's what I would suggest. Definitely any of those different shipping ones. Like I said, I use Shippo and I love it. I love it. I don't ship through Etsy. Etsy's always more expensive. Everything goes through Shippo. Oh, you live out oh, I'm so jealous, Marissa. We used to live on a private community on a lake, and oh, I miss that. And everyone drove around on their golf carts, and it was just so fun. I am very jealous. I am a lake girl. I love the lake. Yeah, that could get very, very expensive, Jean. And yes, Kelly, I haven't, but you can buy the wreath boxes on Amazon that are already broken down in the depth. I think you can find the 24 by 24 by 6, 22 by 22 by 6 are usually good sizes for the wreaths. Oh, good, Brenda. Nice. That's great. Yes, if I'm selling a wreath, Marissa, I always put a backing on the wreath. So like if I was selling this, I think I don't know if these would fit on the back of these. I think so. Yeah. So I would put one of these placemats on the back and I would zip tie it to the outer frame. And then it's not, you know, there's going to be gaps in between the zip ties. And that's where, like, I would lift this up. I'd put a pipe cleaner out here. I'd probably add 3 pipe cleaners. And then I leave a note to let the customer know to, you know, make sure you take off that pipe cleaner. So then I'll do this pipe cleaner and I'll twist it into one. And then on the box, I do the same thing. When I bring it up the flaps, I do 2 holes with scissors and I bring the pipe cleaner up through the bottom of the flap. And then I twist this into one pipe cleaner too. And then I'll twist these 2 pipe cleaners together really tight. So it's out, you know, secured to the bottom of the box. And, you definitely have to secure your wreaths like that for them to ship and look decent during shipping. So that's all the fun stuff that goes into shipping. Yeah, I don't know, Kelly. I've never purchased them, so I don't know if they're really thick, if they're what the quality is of those boxes. I like the quality of the boxes from the Staples. You know, you get the heavy duty ones and the prices are pretty reasonable. I mean, I think I spent maybe $3.80 for the extra large box that I got at Lowe's, which is pretty reasonable, I think, as far as how everything is so expensive. Yeah, it's Lowe's. I just was having a brain fart. It's a gated, yeah, Marissa, I'm jealous. What lake is it and what state? I am so jealous. I miss the lake life. Okay. But yeah, I know at Staples you can get that discount when you buy the 5 or more boxes. I mean, they're still kind of expensive, but if you can get it, I think for under $5, it's a pretty good deal nowadays. Just get that depth down. Don't let that wreath, you know, be down here and your box is up here. Get it as low as you can. Okay, so now we're going to make a bow. We're going to pop some florals in, and then we are going to have a wreath. And this was fun. I have to say, I like this technique. I mean, this is like super full and fluffy, and it's going to be nice when we add this bow. And let me get, let me think here. I almost want to add that other ribbon. I wonder what this ribbon will look like with this ribbon. It kind of looks similar. I think I'm going to use this ribbon as the first part of the bow, just because it's so thick and so pretty, and it's going to hold up. It's going to be a good foundation for our bow. Jean, you're taking notes. I love it. Yeah, a lot of people have, I get a lot of shipping questions, and I think I'm going to do a tutorial one of these days on how to ship a wreath. And yeah, I'm going to use this yummy, delicious ribbon here for our first 3 loops to kind of have a good foundation here. Yeah, I want to do a video on shipping, and I want to do a video. I get a lot of questions. Oh, this was the extra piece that I used. I wonder if I'll have, no, I need to, this was an extra piece from, I wrapped around there. I want to do another video on how to use the wood burner tool, because I get a lot of questions about that too. So I'm going to do a tutorial on those two things too. Lake Livingston, Texas. Oh my gosh, so fun. Like I said, I am so jealous. I love that life. We lived there for, that's where we lived before we were married, and then that was when we first had our, we lived there a few times when we had our first son, and then we moved away for a little bit, and then we ended up back there again, because it was a great community at the time, because it used to be like a retired community, and that area was getting very expensive to live, so a lot of the younger families were moving in because it was affordable. And now, oh man, they've really it's really grown. They added like stores and a school and all kinds of stuff out there now. I love the lake life. Valerie, you live in a community in Florida. Oh boy, I bet you are loving that. Love warm weather from the snow. Do you love it there? I'd also use a specific color for the pipe cleaner so that can be different from the others. You mean when you're adding your pipe cleaners to your wreath, Lisa? I know, isn't this ribbon to die for? Oh my gosh. It is just, it makes such a difference when you have a good, see now if I tried to do the first loop with that Costco stuff, that stuff is really thin. And I didn't want to use this for all the ribbons that we had to make. So this is just, it's a great, to have the good quality ribbon. It's great for your foundation for your bows. For that first, for this first set, because it kind of holds all the other ribbons up. And I think we're going to maybe, let's see, I'm going to do I want to do a longer tail, because we might do the waterfall thing and connect it. So I think this should be long enough. Sometimes you miss home. Yes. But do you like the weather from going from one extreme to the other? I always see those communities in Florida and I always think, oh my gosh, those retirement communities, how fun that would be to live in those. And there's like bands and they're out dancing and everyone's just living their best life. Okay, so let's do that, and let's bring in some of the Swiss dots. I'm going to keep everything on one side, I think, for this. Just trying to think. You're making a bow with the same ribbon? Love it. Great minds think alike, Rosio. I'm just thinking about keeping it coming down this way. I did a bow like that on my tutorial that's coming out, and I really liked keeping the tails on the same side. I thought it was pretty fun. It just depends on, I guess, what you're making, but had a neat look to it. I did my first, well, first grapevine in a long time for this next tutorial. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and I really want to make some more grapevines. I started out making grapevines when I first started doing wreaths. That's all I did was grapevines, but not so much the kind where you add all the florals and the flowers, and it was really fun. And I've done a lamb's ear one, but I haven't really done a lot, and it was just fun to do a grapevine. Let's see. Good night, Lori. Lori leaving. Okay, you let us know how he's doing next week. Thank you, Lori. I'll post a picture tomorrow in the community. Thanks for coming, friend. Tell Carl we said good night. Somebody was asking, how long did it take you to make this? Well, I started at 4 o'clock, but you know, I have been talking. I've been talking and crafting, so that adds a little extra time, but yeah, I started at 4. And I'm, you know, looking at messages and things like that, so that kind of adds time to the crafting process. But you could probably, I mean, I'd say an hour and a half to 2 hours to make one of this if you were just focusing on that. Please get on with it. Dorothy. I'm trying, Dorothy. But you know what? That's what we do here when we go live. We are building a community. I have tutorials on my YouTube channel where I'm just doing step-by-step tutorials where we're not talking. I'm not answering questions in the chat. So this is different when I go to live, as I'm answering questions and being able to chat with my community live. So sometimes the lives aren't for everybody, and that's okay, but I do have step-by-step tutorials if you're interested in just watching a speeded up version without the chit chat. Okay, so I think I'm going to come in with this 1.5 ribbon over here. Let me go grab it. You know what? I have another bundle that's in the basket, which is making me think, did we forget? Did I accidentally skip a pipe cleaner? Which is weird why I have another bundle, because I thought I counted them all. I don't think that we skipped anything. Let me look real quick. 1, 2, 7, 8. Yeah, no. Oh, I guess I didn't come up short after all. There's still one bundle in there. And then I have this little, this was the 1.5 that looked very, very similar to the other. I thought it was pretty. Yes, thank you. Yes, I think that's what makes these lives so special, is that you build those connections. And see, normally I would go this way, but I think I'm going to keep it all more this way. I think here, because I want the tails to come out the same way. But let me do this one up here, and I could still have it come the same way. Yes, you're making those connections. You're able to build your community with your followers, and it's a special thing, I think. I never realized all the positives of going live until I started going live. And now I absolutely love it. And it's just so fun when you have questions and you can get them answered in real time instead of having to wait for a message to come back. And it's just the sense of community, which is so great. Remember, I was scared to death on my first live, and now I just absolutely look forward to these every week. Turbo. You know what? That's not, I want it to come out the same side. So we're just going to keep it like we're doing here. I'm just going for this certain look here. So let's see if I can achieve that look that's in my head. You know, we always have these things in our head, and whether or not it turns out. This is the one you ordered, Teresa? Yes, Lisa, we started at 4 o'clock. I always start my lives at 4 o'clock. And Turbo is tearing up his bed now. Somebody's getting his little pep in his step back after his 2.5 hour nap. Yes, Brenda, thank you. Aw, thank you, Kelly. You're so sweet. And some people learn better from lives than they do with tutorials and vice versa. So it just, you know, it's nice to have a variety of things on your channel. For, you know, whatever people are interested in. Some people just like tutorials, some people like lives. Turbo. All right, anyway. I think we're just going to keep it like that. I don't want to add too much yellow. I'm going to have to go pull Turbo's bed up before he destroys it. Turbo, you're not getting another bed. Come on. I already have one side of his bed duct taped where he got through, and he's working on the other side. Boy, that duct tape really works though. He can't seem to get through the duct tape. He's tried. Aw, thank you, Jean. See, you guys are just the best, I swear. You all are the best. I have the best followers ever. And I just feel the love and the support from all of you. And this is why my heart's here on YouTube. I'm telling you. I mean, I got love and support on Facebook, but it's not like here. It feels like home here is what it feels like. And I love it. I love being here with all of you. 2 or 3 hours on this. Yeah. We started at 4, but we are chatting, so you know, you got to add a little time for that. But you know, I'd say I could, you know, if you were just sitting here whipping it out with no distractions, you could probably get it done in 2 hours. Where are we at? 2.5 hours? Yeah, probably 2 hours to get her done. That's the whole thing, with no distractions. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring these little tails up to the top, and then we have these big long tails at the bottom. So we got something like this. And these we're gonna see about maybe cascading them. I don't know yet. We'll play that one by ear, but man, this ribbon is so fun. I want to get more of that yummy, beautiful ribbon. Okay. You used to watch one with no communication. Yeah, I don't think I would like that. You're like, well, why am I watching if you're not talking to me? Oh, on this week? Yeah, I spent a lot of hours wreath making, Lisa. Between my tutorials, I was up till 2 in the morning last night editing my tutorial for tomorrow that I should have had out on Sunday. And then I worked really hard because I got to get back on track because I couldn't do my tutorial last Sunday, which was the first tutorial I couldn't release on a Sunday. And so I worked on making up that tutorial, and then I'm working on my tutorial for my regular Sunday. So yeah, I spend a lot of time not just making the wreaths, but a lot of time editing, which is, it takes a lot to edit the videos, the tutorials. It's a whole process. The voiceovers, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, we're gonna add this up here. But that's what I do, and I'm very blessed with being able to craft for my job. Being able to say I'm a full-time crafter. I'm almost tempted just to put the pipe cleaner inside, or put the bow in that pipe cleaner. All right. I'm either going to go through here and go to the wreath frame. Let me just get my fingers through here. And I'm just bringing my pipe cleaner around the wreath bars. Okay. I know this wreath is big and it's probably hard to see the whole thing on the frame here, but this is what we have so far. This is where I need to get one of those little easel stands and a different camera angle. I don't know if I'm going to waterfall this. Let's see here. Maybe we can. It's just if I test this out, I got to commit. We're either going to do a waterfall and put it in this pipe cleaner right here and then have these come out, or we're just going to let it hang. What do you guys think? Waterfall or let it hang? Hey Jennifer, welcome friends. Nice to have you. Glad you found us. Awesome, welcome. Well, I am Holly with Hollie Hobbies, and we are making a wreath live. I go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I release new tutorials once a week on my YouTube channel, and I do a little bit of everything. You're going to see different things like this. You're going to see all kinds of wreaths, from angel wings to crosses to tulip wreaths. You name it, it's on there. So we're happy to have you. We are building community here, and everyone is so warm and welcoming here, and we're happy to have you. Welcome. I do have loyal followers, and I'm just telling you, you guys are the best. I love all of you, and you just, the love and support is amazing. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everyone. And let's see, do we get any votes on the waterfall, or just leave it flowing? Marissa, it's not hard. They're very, it's easy to do. I never in a million years thought I could learn how to do all that. It just, sometimes it's a little time consuming, that's all. And I use Splice, and I absolutely love it. That's the editing app that I use. And once you learn it, it's piece of cake. And once you get over hearing your voice on the voiceovers, when I first started, I would, oh my gosh, for a little 30-second voiceover, I would be like, delete, redo it, delete, redo. And then finally, you get used to it, and it's super easy. It's fun. It's just, once you learn it, then you got it. And let's see here. Do we have any? Thank you, Kelly. Is any votes if we should waterfall this this bow here? And then I just wanted to pop in a few florals. I got this cute little bunch here that I thought we would just pop in a little flowers, because, you know, everything is fun when you add flowers. And these we could just literally put in the pipe cleaner if we want. And then if I would go back with some hot glue, I'm just not going to, see, we're just going to pop in some little florals into the some of the pipe cleaners here. I got this little spray from Michael's. They have a lot of their stuff is on sale right now. They're spring. And it's a good time to start stocking up for next year. I love these little mixed bunches here. They're so cute. We got waterfalls, waterfalls. All right. Turbo's, are we doing a waterfall? Turbo's out there wreaking havoc right now. So yeah, we're just popping in. I like these little, they're push-ups. Those flowers that you can push everything up, and look how cute those are. That's why I like these little bundles. I like the variety that they have on them, and it's fun just to pop them in your designs. So that's all I'm doing, is I'm going around and we're just popping them right into those ribbon bundles. Turbo, what do you, I should have got 2 of these, but I also have more flowers too. And then I think this little splash of green is going to look pretty too in it. Thank you, Brenda and Allie. Thank you, everyone. Just feeling the love. I love it. You guys are awesome. You make this journey fun. Because we have to deal with a lot of negativity in social media these days, and it's nice to come to a place where everyone's so loving and supportive. Because it's not always like that with the messages and the things like that, but that's all part of it. I don't like those leaves on there. So that's all I'm doing. I twisted them in the pipe cleaners, but like I said, I would go back and add some hot glue. If this is getting sold, I would button everything up like that. And I will have this listed in my Etsy store shortly. Because like I said, I'm going to start listing things more now. I did take everything out of my Etsy store, excuse me, but I'm starting to add stuff back in it now. Because I got a lot of wreaths and I can't keep them all. I got like a wreath warehouse next door. Oh, thank you, Donna. The waterfall is just when you see those bows and they go like that, and then we're gonna connect it into a pipe cleaner. So it's just like a little, they call it a waterfall. I'll show you here in a minute when we do that to that bow. I wish I would have made the tails a little bit longer, but we'll make it work. But you see how fun these raised wreath frames are, and it really makes a nice, big, beautiful wreath. They're really fun to work with. I did buy a couple, I bought 3 of these from the TMI, but you can also find the other version at Hobby Lobby, which are good too. I like to stock up on those when they go on clearance. They always have them for every season. And once they go on clearance, like for the fall, they have them for Valentine's. I like to grab them. Christmas. Because it doesn't matter what the pipe cleaners look like in those. These are thicker pipe cleaners, so they're kind of adding to the design. But the other ones, you can fold the pipe cleaner, so it doesn't matter what color you're using. And let's just add a few more. Let me stand up to see this design here. Okay, so what we're going to do for this waterfall, I think I'm going to lower the bow just a little bit. I think it's a little too high. And then we'll do the waterfall, and then we'll just finish up with these last florals. And oh, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that so much. Yes, Brenda, I agree. I agree. And you feel very connected with everyone, and it's just a sense of community, and I love that. It's like we're having a girls' crafting night together, which is another thing. I know I've been talking about it. I am going to figure that out, you all, and I hope that you can all be a part of that. And I really want to have a girls' craft night where we're making a design. Like, everybody has a supply list, and I'll try to think of something fun and easy where everyone can find the supplies. And then we're going to meet up. I'd like to do a monthly one where we meet up and we're all crafting together the same wreath. And if anybody has any questions along the way, we can, answer those and work through everything together. But it's something that's been on my list that I really want to do. And I think it would be a really fun thing to be a part of. So that's on the goal list. So hopefully I'll get all that. Once I get that Facebook stuff figured out, then I can focus on all the fun stuff like that. Okay, so I lowered that. Like that. Okay, so basically all the waterfall is, let me see if you can see. It's just you're taking some of your ribbon and you're just making it go like that, and then you're connecting it down into another pipe cleaner. Just trying to see which pipe cleaner. And then the tails come out the end. So it's just like a whoop whoop. And you could do a couple. You don't have to just do one, but I didn't make the tails that long, so let's just do it like this. And then we'll just gather these so you can see all of them. And then I'm just going to connect it in a set of pipe cleaners here. So, I mean, that's all it is. It's just like that. And then I have the tails down here. And normally I would have these tails a little bit longer, but I didn't quite make the tails that long. But basically, like, that's a waterfall like that when you see that stuff like that. Okay. Probably need to make this a little bit tighter. What I'll probably do is add, I'll eventually add maybe another thing to the sign to connect this side down a little bit better. And we have the florals. Let's just pop in a few more florals and I think we're almost done here. But this is what we have so far. And you can see all those pretty florals all in those little bundles. I wish I would have grabbed 2. I should have listened to my gut. And I don't think I have any more of these, but we have a couple more on here. We're going to pop a couple more in. I definitely am going to go back and get some more of these little spring bundles. Because these bundles get expensive, but they're so cute. I think I'll add another one down here maybe. Let's see. I like that. Let's add this one on the other side of that waterfall. So I'm going to put this underneath. Put that. There. Put that back. Got the little pokies, got to be careful. I've had some of those shoved in my fingers before. There, add that. And let's pop these little guys in. Maybe add this one over here. And I have more flowers too we can add. Add this one. Bye, Bonnie. See you later, friends. See you next time. Yes, wouldn't that be fun? I think we need to do that. And I'm going to add just a couple more little flowers. That's it. And then I got to straighten out all this ribbon, but let's add this one here. And I'll probably, I think that I could, I have other flowers, but I think I want to stick with the same little mixed flowers. So I'll end up grabbing another bundle from Michael's on my way to the gym today. And then I'm going to add a little bit, just like we did in the other few pipe cleaners up here, because I want to stick with those same mixed flowers. But there she is in all her glory. And I'll just fix this sign a little bit better. straighten it out a little bit more and straighten out all the ribbon and all that good stuff. But there she is, and she's very big. And there's the dimension. That's what I like about these raised frames, is you really have that dimension there on the sides. And they make a big, beautiful wreath every time. This is the 15-inch, which is the smaller of these preloaded. So you can imagine how much bigger those, as you get bigger in these frames, how big of a wreath you can make. But these these wreath frames are good too for the 12-inch signs, because sometimes with those 12-inch signs, it's hard to figure out the placement because they're so big, and these work great for the 12-inch signs as well. So let's see if anybody has any questions. All right, bye, Rosio. Glad you joined us tonight, and thank you, Valerie and Patricia and Kelly and Teresa and all of you. Jean, thank you, everyone. Oh yes, I see some emojis flying. I got to do my little speech that I always forget, is if you could give this a thumbs up, whether it's a thumbs up, a heart, throw some emojis out for me. If you're watching, I know there's a lot of people that watch that don't come on the chat. They silently watch, and that is okay. We love having you here. If you are not subscribed to my channel, if you can hit that subscribe button right down below, it takes you right to my YouTube channel. Makes it super easy. I would love and appreciate that so much. I go live every Thursday. We'd love to have you back here next Thursday. We do something different every week. And I also release weekly tutorials. So I've been doing this for 4 years. So I have a lot of seasons that I've gone through. If you don't, you can just keep scrolling down and you'll find all different kinds of tutorials. I love cutesy, fun, out of the box, more traditional. Just have a little bit of everything. So I appreciate your love and support. And I hope that you all have a beautiful evening and a wonderful weekend coming up. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours. Bye, friends. Thank you for the love and support. Bye.